embarrass the former finance minister. We've seen. But very soon, let me assure you that somebody, a senior appointee who is in charge of this tribe net, would go to jail. So the one behind tribe net, the one who introduced tribe net to the ministry, who is chopping money, Mr. Speaker, we are happy you are showing. Very soon we'll bring a picture. Then you will see the one in charge of tribe net duping innocent Ghanaians, duping their unemployed youths. There are many youth who are looking for jobs, and this tribe net with the connivance of an appointee of government.
So last Friday, your Sona State of the Nation address, John Dramani Mahama, the president, Ebemaye Ewo Ghana, no okasa ewe no eye Afenyo marking enso eche na dwen I na Afenyo ebu afu yie pa ma Afenyo ekasa ya busuya about church nsem eye Gifty Oware eni nsem by national service for instance nsem e ba ye ken Ofori Atta wako share se bi ho obi ma so ene wose Ghana ha de wonsi ha biem no lalai nyame to nhyira so okra wose ha no de Ghana ha de odi to kwanta oni apai no oka eno so ehun nsem ni se omo eco display the picture ewo why you say omo kase omo mfa ne mba no owen ero na Afenyo ebu anyos no oka say eni obi koso na current the saying abanya wo this year no ne nkrofo bi ewo ho a enche ombedam na he was referring to Muntaka say ombedam na omo recruitment bi koso a omo de jumadi na ade madam bi na madam no ye ase ne bi ase criminal things bi koso a Muntaka de denara or so bedam Afenyo ekasa ye chechire mu say I mean the asset the majority ni no omo ne can overrata end ni yie aso mo papa no mugu papa ni mu ase na enye se na se be ye ya de Afenyo kasa na busuan TV Africa the moon sem the bro Mr. Subscribe we are now liking we commenting abeka yenko tie the course Afenyo ebra John Domani Mahama ekase we na Afenyo markings enso kire ono so adwen no ye wo kan de fa can Ofori home NSS so ne wo kan de fa home and the kwa bia yenko tie emfama ye wi ana ya to aso.
Speaker, I would want to urge the government, give to Bawumia what belongs to Bawumia. Mr. Speaker, we are happy they are showing a picture trying to embarrass the former finance minister. We've seen. But very soon, let me assure you that somebody, a senior appointee who is in charge of this tribe net, would go to jail. So the one behind tribe net, the one who introduced tribe net to the ministry, who is chopping money, Mr. Speaker, we are happy you are showing. Very soon we'll bring a picture. Then you will see the one in charge of tribe net duping innocent Ghanaians, duping their unemployed youths. There are many youth who are looking for jobs, and this tribe net with the connivance of an appointee of government, she will be exposed. So you continue with Ofori Atta. Soon and very soon it will be your turn, Mr. Speaker.
Na Afenyo ekasa we pe eno na okopia the free dey pen okopia news file or join news. E ho na one Samson na ni etena asika se no mo kasa no. Samson ye bisa ne se ade etena na okasa na ase abufuo ene ade e wo ho saa. Na last year okasa can Ofori Atta be pe Ghana ha. Owo hefa. E ho na Afenyo okasa de ono de oye de obetimi aye bia. Oye na de se can Ofori Atta ma. Obi ha misa ne ho asem. Abusuan yenkotie de course so o news file ken Afenyo marking na o defending nsem o kan o parliament concern Ken Ofori Atta NSS any bibia any Muntaka wasem o kan say obi ebeko jail no yenkotie sa asem no so emfa emra.
We have seen you make some of the interventions publicly. People are being arrested. You are the one in the evening at NIB securing their, release. Reverend Tim Fojo, you are the one that marshals your mighty minority to the place. Literally, fiscally block, states from being able to operate. Various other places we see you do that.
The phrase "stop the state from operating." That one Something, I think that's too much. I think that, to be fair to them, there has been situations where the engagements have yielded positive results. And I must also say that they have somewhat toned down compared to when they came into office in the early days. But what I'm saying is that let's have a rather fair system where the person will not think twice appearing before you. For instance, Gifty Oware. We spoke to her that come. She was out of the jurisdiction. And there was this issue, they need her and all that. She came. Something that they did, that I told them that, look, you've done well. There were officers at the airport, waiting to arrest her. And they stopped it. And the lady herself walked to NIB. I mean, I said, this is fair. Over a weekend, they wanted to hold her. We spoke to them that, look, the person came in all the way from abroad. She walked to your office. She has a lawyer. Why keep her? Grant her bail. Let her appear the next Monday. They did it. And she appeared. She's in court. You are prosecuting her. And she's standing trial. Nobody is complaining.
Okay.
So I'm saying that if we continue on that path, because governance is not ending today. We are building a democracy. And you never can tell. 2028 is another election year.
Yeah. So in all of these things,
sure.
we heard how you make an intervention and you give a guarantee sort of with your name. You give a guarantee and you're able to secure the freedom of your people. And people have asked the question, it's the same way that you made a promise that you will ensure that Ken will be here. He's not here.
Okay. So in the Ken Ofori case, he brought a medical report. And at the time, OSP needed him, and then the discussion was to give him up to May so that he finishes the procedure and come. That was the representation I made at the political level. But soon thereafter, I think things got out of hand because of the declaration of he being a fugitive, and then the matter became a purely legal matter. I took myself out of it because lawyers were then handling.
Okay.
So, yes, I made a political commitment, and that was what I said, and I'm not running away from it. It was a fact. As a leader of the party, his doctor spoke to me, brought me the evidence, and I approached the authorities that, look, this is the man's situation. He wants up to this period. Once the lawyers took over, it ends there.
So you're saying that circumstances, happened that discharged you of your obligation?
Indeed. I mean, simply that.
So what do you think about the circumstance now? He's not here, and people have said this is hurting your party.
You see, I think we have not been very fair in dealing with Ken Ofori as politicians, as people. We want the rule of law. We want fair hearing and all. But we are quick to pronounce people guilty. Yesterday, I was a bit upset in Parliament. I was upset because our colleagues on the other side brought Ken Ofori's picture. As a leader of the minority in Parliament, I've been so measured. There are times that I get it wrong. I'm not a perfect guy. But I've been very measured when it comes to managing issues that affect individuals. Because I know that the way public service is, there are things that the minister may not know. And he is ultimately responsible. But to come to Parliament, show the picture, Ken also has a family. His brother is a parliamentarian. Yesterday, I felt the pain of his brother. When I was sitting there, his brother Duke texted me, "Leader, why are they doing this to my brother?" And I became emotional. His brother texted me, "Duke, Ofori."
Ghanaians say they say they should just tell him to come. That's all.
Hold on. Let's deal with issues step by step. I am not standing in the way of anybody asking for accountability.
All right.
I don't want anybody to get me wrong. I am talking about the way and manner we are going about things and the way some people used Parliament to crucify him. All right. And it's a reason why I reacted in a certain manner, because I felt the pain that, oh, you guys, that's what you are up to. Because you see, in opposition, a lot of things get to your table. You get to know a lot of things. All right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of things we know, but we are measured. We are measured.
They say an easy lies the head that wears the crown.
Exactly.
There's a lot of attention to you. Everybody wants to bring their problem through you to resolve.
We are measured. This recruitment exercise and a lot. Look, for national security reasons, there are a lot of things that we wouldn't want to say and would want to just engage even our colleague.
But you hinted in Parliament that something wrong is going on, something corrupt is going on.
What I'm saying is...
What is that about?
No, we would engage the minister privately. These are...
But you said it publicly.
Yes, but I've hinted. And I'm saying that because of what they did, that you want to pronounce people guilty before trial. So I was just signaling them that be fair.
He who comes to equity
must come with clean hands, must do equity.
Yes, so why is it that you say this is unfair to prejudice people and so on, and you are doing it?
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I hinted of a wrongdoing. And of course, at the appropriate time, that is why I didn't mention a name.
What's the nature of this wrongdoing?
Oh, please. Bojidi.
So, let's quickly look at this. You know, the way time flies, the Chief Justice removal, Justice Tokono, I could tell that was such a faith-shaking, situation for you, and you felt so hurt about it.
No.
To the point that you went all gun blazing at the judiciary, a place where you earn a living.
Oh, my Lord Bafubone is my very good friend. I don't know whether he still sees me as his best good friend. But, you've used this phrase, uneasy is the head that carries the crown, right? I don't do things personal. I'm the leader of a caucus, and I'm to take charge of caucus decisions. People should look at my reaction in the broader context of upholding rule of law, ensuring institutional independence, and not limited to a personal agenda to fight for a hero who is fallen. No. I believe that the way and manner that the whole exercise was carried was most unfair. To the extent that even today, cases that Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice Tokono, took to the Supreme Court have not been listed. There is no expeditious trial to at least deal with the issue.
Sometimes the fault is on the part of the lawyers. You know if the lawyers have pushed it. In the Court of Appeal, in the Supreme Court, you and I know that often you have to push it.
There'll be the devil's advocate on this. I agree. But I'm saying that the judiciary appears not to be in a hurry to dispense justice. And that is most unfair, considering the gravity of the matter and its constitutional implications.
Not just a way any and someone a year Afenyo marking had the ababetu concerning can Ofori Atta Gifty or Oware and ceremony I don't know. Now you see, situation is said Gifty Oware issue need I mean, or try why are there so Jim as a minority the mouth it mean a mama men a buy yet be do feeling adding. But can offer at the end of the day. Like okay, me say as a leader, my media. So what me na Gifty by there. I didn't want to me I'm a converter and so armor. You see, they try to create issues where there is no there is no issue. Ojina Parliament kase obi bedam. Now no mutinguram na mutinguram no. Oh catch the obi o tifie say meet me free when be do me too. How sure are you be? How sure are you? You guys park no ya tuma afi park ne so mo gina park na chi na moto eba so park ne so and in every country democracy adwuma ye here opposition say ya omo very strong what I say, but in this situation opposition when so is me can say like omo kita issues are very delicate. Yen solve adu boahindie enwie ye. He was part of your government. Gifty Oware ayi mensa NSS scandal no yen solve enwie ye. Oko apply for play plea bargain Emma you reject it. Meaning say she is guilty. Ain't oko say enka oko plea bargain say na attorney general den to twene ye wanti ase, which means a whole bunch will tell you say there is something fishy ewo ho. And say that sky train issue no is still pending. So opposition now obejina point na okasa me ho afole say bebre munti ama like on look healthy. People see them say they are not the right people to say ombe kasafa anima ho. That is the issue of the opposition at the moment. Among for whom say we gave you 8 solid years and you guys caused a lot of mess in the system. So you have no right or whatsoever to even complain. That is how the situation is here. Enti oko comment biya sibia na. At times they may be saying the truth too, but because of say like ni follow omuhunti no. A man for refer them. Abusuya ha Click TV Africa. Subscribe mami. We are now like our comment. Be a part of our family. Like in a comment, ne share. And Click TV Abusuya no. Yebe san share.